I'm Abraham Couch. I am a part of G2, and we're a commercial coatings company, EPA, environmental painting alternatives, and we just do everything from hotel renovations to resinous flooring to theming, exterior and interior theming on theme parks locally. We mostly stick to Orlando in the area, but yeah, there's plenty of work here and we're happy to have it.
So you're a family-owned business.
Yep.
It's a business started by your dad,
Yes.
and your mom's been involved. She's president of the company. She's a majority owner in the company, and now there's 7 siblings, and 5 of you are in the business,
Correct.
and the 5 of you that are in the business are also in line for like ownership, succession in the business.
Which you're helping us figure out what that looks like.
In January, you had a strategy day with your senior leadership team. There was probably 15 or 20 managers and senior leaders in your company. What was it that day about, and what did you do?
So we did this the first time intentionally last year. The purpose of it was to create budgets and things around budgeting.
Yeah.
And it basically kind of morphed into more strategy than it did like planning. So when we went into this year with your help, we kind of decided to just kind of make it about that. Cut out the rest, forget the budget, we'll get to that when we get to that, and just focus on where are we and where are we going kind of thing. I think that resonated with the people because I think it gives them a sense of ownership in that. They're part of that process, so it doesn't feel like us just kind of mandating we're going and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of the idea there.
One of the concepts that we talk about in that strategy day is how we win or why we win as a company. What were some of the things that you guys came up with in terms of like, what is it that causes EPA to continue to win jobs, win opportunities, kind of stay competitive in the marketplace?
I mean, I think it boiled down to basically honesty and integrity. I mean, because, well, I would say that and our expertise. Because, we do know what we're doing. And when we do that for our clients, we do it with a sense of transparency. Here's where we're at. So we're not trying to pull one over on our employees or our customers or anybody, you know what I mean? So that's kind of, I think, where we landed. And I think that was something that was felt from everybody.
I can see how that impacts how you win in terms of with your customers, with your clients. What do you think the impact was on your team to be able to have that day together, to be able to align on this is who we are and how we win? What do you think the impact was on them?
Well, we're currently going through obviously a pretty tough scenario where my dad's had some health issues. So his involvement in the company is pretty much nothing right now currently, and it could be that way for the foreseeable future. So I think it was really important that we gave everybody the impression that we are going to keep moving forward, that we are going to keep my dad's, he would call his baby, alive, and hopefully carry it into a more successful future with their involvement. So I think it was important to give them that sense of peace.
Your 3 words that I sensed that day, and we were even talking about today on a different topic, but were together, peace, and clarity. If I asked all 20 of your employees that were there that day, did you experience togetherness? Did you experience some peace today? Did you experience some clarity? How would they respond?
I think all of them would respond with pretty confident answer of yes. And I feel like that's one of the things that my dad really cared about and I care about is making people feel like they're part of a family. Family room, as we've kind of learned, but that there's a sense of community in EPA. And I think that is something that is only bolstered by things like this.
Yeah. As you were anticipating having a strategy day away with your leadership team, obviously that takes time, it takes money, resources, it's a commitment, it's an investment. Why did you think that was a good investment?
Because, I mean, it's a part of the strategy. If you aren't taking those steps intentionally, then I feel like you are at risk of making decisions haphazardly. And so it's important to spend that money and that time to get everybody out of the day-to-day in a safe environment that everybody felt together. And we went out of the area we're in now, Orlando, and went up to St. Augustine, which is a beautiful place. And it just kind of gave everybody this peace. And I think that is walking the walk to what we're saying. If I don't actually present them with actual opportunities to present their or have a voice, then I'm not walking the walk, you know.
So it's you're providing that environment where they can experience togetherness, peace. They can talk about strategy. It creates a little bit of that like same page, and like we are. I think too, one of the things you and I talked about was in the midst of this kind of uncertainty, like say with your dad's house, and also leadership transition and eventual ownership transition. That's a lot of change in a company, and so. I remember we had a conversation probably in December or even early January on, but the idea was having it now is really important because in the midst of change and or potential uncertainty, to have the senior leadership have that time together and really align on strategy only strengthens your company.
Yep.
You know, it only provides additional clarity. And like, I remember at the end of it, this sense of not just are we together and we have peace, but like we have strength. Like we're a strong company. We know where we're going. We know where we're headed. We see our numbers. We know how we win in strategy. Like there's confidence in a way that where that could waver when it's like, I don't know, you know, it's change of leadership and change, like it can create an unwavering, like unsettled ground, so to speak, under people's feet. And I sense that it really created a lot of stability and confidence in your team too. So I thought that was kind of a cool impact of that day.
Yeah, I agree. I think that everybody did feel that we can get through it. And it's a hard time, but we can do it, and we'll do it together, and we'll do it with strength and confidence.